Hi everybody, welcome back to the crafting channel. We are gonna make a swag. I started making it, but didn't finish it. So I'm pretty sure that I got all of this stuff from Dollar Tree. Yeah, $1.25, $1.25, $1.25, $1.25. So I put these two together, and I think I used it for some kind of decoration, maybe for the dolls over there or something. I don't know. But we are going to make a swag for my friends over her door. I told her I'd make her one. The one I have for me is little, and it's in the hallway as you walk in the house. But I keep my Christmas ones up all the time. So I'm just going to make her one for her house. I'm going to take it to her tomorrow. But we're going to take all the stuff off. And I'm sure I bought this last year. I'm sure I bought these last year. I usually buy some every year. And so I got some sunflowers. I got the leaves, the fall leaves. And the reason I'm picking the red for the background, one, I've already made it, and two is because her house is kind of farmhouse, but it's more primitive. It's that, I like the black and white checkered, and she has like the red. And so that's why I did it for the reds, because it'll work better with all of her stuff. And I always put these things up. The leaves, I don't know why they put them down. They look better when they're up. So what we're gonna do is figure out, we'll layer it as we go. Once we get it all on here, we can fluff them out. But we're gonna need zip ties, which I did get, just not right there handy. I opted to use zip ties instead of pipe cleaners because these stick better. So hope you're all doing well, and sorry that the crafting channel is few and far between. I try to do a thing every month, at least one video, and I know that's pretty sucky, but that's about all I have time for. Once we're getting into the season here, when we start doing like the Halloween tag and the Christmas tag, because that will be October and December. So there's pretty much maybe one or two videos a month on this channel. Unless I decide to not do stuff on the other ones for a while and just do them on here. I have certain times I do stuff, and I wanted this channel to house all the craft stuff. Then it's not mixed in with all of the other stuff. So this one is a little, these are so cute, and I'm going up Tuesday to Dollar Tree, a different Dollar Tree than what I normally do. I'm going to see what they have. If they have more picks like this, I need to get a bunch more, because I get them now because you can't find them on the non-fall. You know, if I want to do stuff in July, I have to get this stuff now when it's out. So I want to pick up some more of these like pieces, but I also want Christmas ones. But they don't have Christmas out yet. They have fall and Halloween stuff out. And like if you wanted to, she won't, but if she wanted to, she could make this spooky by putting some black in it. But I'll just kind of move these around. Okay, so we got two of those, and we got two of these, two sunflowers. So what I'm going to do is just lay these out, lay them out because they're going to go on each side, and we're going to spiff them up after, okay? And we're gonna kind of just do them like this, back and forth. Put this in the front, put this one in the front, like this. So I haven't put them down there yet. So they're gonna be like this, right? But this is all gonna get fluffed out. And then we are going to make, she's not gonna like it, but I don't have the red. Yes, I do, but I don't wanna do that in this. So for me, the red checkered is more like Christmas, and I don't wanna do that. So I gotta make a bow. Okay, so let's do the sunflowers. Hook these on, and I think I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have enough. And we are going to just hook it to the one that's already here. And get it in here. And I'm having such a time with my hands lately. Okay. And it's easier to hold and then make it tight. Because I can't grab it real tight. So that's on there. And then we're going to do the same for this side. And just put it through what we already got here, if you can. And just zip tie them together. And a lot of the problem is I have arthritis in the bottom here on both hands, and this hand is really messed up. I don't know what the problem is. So we're gonna trim these off. And I like to kind of pick up one. See, there's those ones. And like I said, we're going to fluff these out after we get them in here. And we will do that as, I kind of fluffed out the leaves. Well, we're gonna fluff it all out. And now we're gonna put the orange ones on. And you're just gonna keep going back and forth. Now you're gonna hook these to the ones you just put on. And if she decides she doesn't like it one year, she can always take this apart and make something else with this stuff, you know. I'll take that one, throw that away. Now we'll do this side. Get a zip tie. I'm going to zip tie this one on. Just tighten it up and cut the thing. Because the bow we make is going to be what is going to hold it to the wall, okay? So now we have the last one, and my phone's going off. Not a big deal. We need 2 of these. I got a couple extras, just in case. And it kind of looks like crap underneath because you're doing all these zip ties. but they're kind of all hooked together, you know. I kind of did the first ones with the leaves are hooked to each other, and then the next ones we put on, the sunflowers, are hooked to the leaves, and then we put on these orange ones, and those are hooked to the sunflowers. And now these ones are going to be hooked to these orange ones. So it's kind of varied as you go. And if you think that it needs more, you can add more zip ties if you want. I don't think that we're going to need to do that. I can get this in here. Well, I can grab it. There we go. Make it as tight as you possibly can, because you don't want them moving around, you know. All right, so now we are going to start moving these around, kind of up and out, kind of in between each other. And she can fluff it however she wants once it's hung up in her house, you know. But you just see the difference. You just fluff them out, you know, kind of move them around. Do the same to the other side. Get the sunflowers out front. Get some of these sunflowers in the front. These orange ones. These kind of opposite leaves. I need to get them in the middle here, if we can. So they're not all in the back. See how fluffy that is? See how pretty? And then, I mean, once you get the bow on here, it's going to fill up this part. And it wants to turn upside down, but we are, like I said, we're gonna like fluff these out. And if you think that it turns too much, you can adjust. So for now, once it's got the stuff on it, you can fluff it out even more, you know, because I mean, it's all the same stuff, but it's put on here differently. Like this pumpkin's down here, this one's up here, you know, you can change them around. So that's that. Way easy to do. You just gotta use your eye on how you want it to look, you know. And I really don't, I want to put the farmhouse one on it. I don't want to put the red, even though the red would look cute. And I have the red, I just don't want to use it. Excuse me. I might want to put some burlap. Put some burlap with it. And I got two different ones. And you can put both with it. So, if you know how to do the funky bow, you can go over and watch Arlen on her channel, which is Country Craft Corner. There's several different ways you can make bows. I use the bow Dorama to make them because I can't hold them in my hands. It hurts too much. So I think the burlap is going to go in between them. We'll start with the big one. There's several people that make bows, and you can go watch who you like. You can do them by yourself, however you choose to do that. And you can really put this on either way. And I want tails, so we're gonna start out leaving the tail down. Leaving that tail down. Actually, how did I do that? You're gonna make the tails, make it so it's the right size. I'm actually going to use it to tighten it, you know, to tie it. So, and then I don't know where my new little kitty is. I named her Misty. She hasn't come to it though. So we're going to actually tie this so it's going to stay like that. And then we're going to make our bows. And we're probably going to do, I don't know, we want it to fit in here. So we want a pretty good size one. So probably do it like that, and just make sure that you have enough tail to come through here so you can tie it, and then it's just enough for this one. Which is fine. Just get it to match. You know, you don't really care about this part, but we want it to match. So that's going to be our biggest bow right there. And then we have little tails. You know, we're going to have a tail and we can flip those out. Okay? Now we're going to take this one, and I have a couple of these. Oh, this is a different kind of material too. So $1, got it at Family Dollar. I've had it for a while. That's when it was $1 at Dollar Tree. So we're gonna make so there's a little tail, so it doesn't come out over here. right? And we are going to untwist this. And we are going to make a bow. Make it a little bit smaller than that one. See, it's a little bit smaller. And we're gonna do a couple of these. Because I want the burlap in here. I want to get the, I don't know what it's called. It's another way of making bows. It's on this long strip and it has pegs. I think I want to try that. Okay, so we're going to do 2 of these ones that size. Maybe one a little bit smaller. Right? Like that. Okay. Now we are going to add our burlap. And I don't have very much of this left, this one. And, which is fine, because I only want a little bit in it. So we're just gonna add that in there. And it's just gonna be enough for one. It's just gonna be enough for one. And these little tags, these little pieces are going to, it's gonna make it, so these little things are gonna hang out, right? Now we're gonna take our, I'm gonna kind of cut this tail a little bit, because we're gonna do the last of it. And I don't know how much is a tail. We can do another one. Little one. 2 little ones. Okay. Oops, I don't want to bust it. So now you're going to take your tie and we're going to tie it as tight as you can. Lift it out and tighten it as tight as you can. And I'm going to tie it in a knot. Okay, so this is going to hang. It's kind of long, but that's okay. It's going to hang. And here's our front. So we have this one, and we are going to dovetail it. Oops, I did it wrong. Goes this way. Nope, still did it wrong. Down. Okay. I always get it wrong. I always forget which way to do it. That's okay. You're going to dovetail all your pieces, and now we're going to have all of these bows, and you're going to fluff them out, except for our little oops, did it wrong. I did it wrong. This way. There we go. Little bit. You fluff these all out. And we're going to just dovetail all of these. right. Little ones. I think I did the first one's too big, but it's okay. It'll work out, and once you get it up on the wall or whatever, it's up against something, it'll work. Okay, so now this is gonna fit right here. And then you're gonna do all your fluffing. See? And fluff this out. Fluff this out. Fluff this out. And we got our burlap. It's gonna be easier if I put it down. Now you can, if you want to, wrap this around. I think that's what I'm gonna do because the tail's too big. Is tie it on here. This one. You just gotta kind of play with it so it looks right. And I'm gonna twist stuff around so it looks more I'm squishing it while I'm doing this. But it's going to be up on the wall. So when it's on the wall, you can get these to look right. You know, you can fan them and bend them the way that you want. There. And intertwine them, you know. There we go. I mean, Like I said, once you get it up on the wall, it's gonna look differently because everything is gonna be up against, but that's way pretty. I'm still not happy with it though. And I think it's because the flowers are not cooperating. Because once they get in here, because you want the red leaves to blend in with the rest of it. And then you can bend the sunflowers to work. See, now the pumpkins are at the bottom. And I mean, they're on wires, so it's easy to manipulate. So that's gonna look way better. And if you wanted to, you could put like a big huge sunflower in the middle here. But here's the string that holds down. Like I said, it'll look different up on the wall. We can put these over, move everything over. So it looks like it's all being squished together. There, so pretty. So there's our little swag, and you just can fandangle it the way you want it to look, you know, when you get it up on the wall. And you can move it around so it's more cohesive to your liking. I'm just trying to do it while I'm sitting here. And I know the tails are probably kind of too long, but that's okay. I don't care. But, and you can, I mean, they're like, you can bend them the way you want it to look, you know. I think it's pretty. So there you go, there's that. Hope you enjoyed. It was fun, and you can do it to Christmas colors. You can like really take your time and fluff it out how you want it to look and all that, but I know it's going to change once I get it up on the wall. So once it's up against something, that's why I try to do it on the desk, so you can get an idea of what it's going to look like. The burlap here doesn't want to cooperate though. One wants to go up and one wants to go down. So we'll have to play with that too. But and it's all bendable. So there you go. There's our little thing. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And it's going to be really pretty. If I'm at her house, or I'll have her take a picture of it when she has it up on the wall. And if it's, by the time I edit this, I can show you what it looks like in the end. But that's what we're doing so far. So it looks good. Probably should have put more burlap in it, but it's all right. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and we'll see you again soon.